Hello there, Carrie Rhodes here. Welcome back to the Huffy Doodle YouTube channel. Today I am creating a cute little slider pop-up dinosaur Valentine card. I had this background I already made and die cut into the pop-up slider card that I never used. So I challenged myself to pull it out and use it. This is the Slimline slider pop-up. We also have this die set in A2 size. The part I needed to cut was this pull tab part. So you just put the top of the die at the top of your paper and cut that out. And it's going to be the part that you pull on to make this mechanism move. Before we put that together, we're going to color out some images I stamped from this cute Dinotime stamp set and Dinky Dino as well. I'm using some Copic markers on the Huffy Doodle alcohol-friendly cardstock, and I'm going to color the dinosaur with YG03 and YG01, the T-Rex. They're all dinosaurs, right? So I'm going to actually go over this 2 times when I'm coloring in these really light colors. Sometimes it can be a little bit harder to differentiate between the dark shadow and the lighter highlight. So I like to go over it 2 times, but it's just very simple coloring, and that's kind of the way I roll. I don't get too complicated with the coloring very often. I enjoy coloring so much, but I'm not really, like a professional Copic colorist. I just love doing it. It's relaxing, it's fun, I like the results. So here for the Pterodactyl, I have BG32 and BG11 to color this out. I just thought the soft kind of pastel colors are super fun for a dinosaur, but of course you could go totally realistic. I love this stamp set so much, and I thought it would be fun for a kid's Valentine. I have 2 girls, and they both thought dinosaurs were pretty cool. So I think that this would be fun for any age, any gender, and just really cute. So here for the I don't know what this one's called. I want to say Triceratops. Yeah, I'm using N1 and N0, and again, there's not a lot of difference between the shadow and the lighter areas, so going over it again makes such a difference when you're using just 2 really light colors. So there he is, and I will leave his horns white, just keeping it really simple. For this dinosaur, I have R21 and R20. I mean, there's pink dinosaurs, right? I mean, there's purple ones, so there might as well be pink ones. I just thought it was a really cute color to add to this card. So I have my pink dinosaur there, and then I'm going to color the little dinosaur with a gray shell on his egg, and then he'll be pink as well. So there they are, all colored up, and the last thing I like to do is add some highlights with a white gel pen. So I will do that as well on these little dinosaurs, and then we'll go ahead and die cut them out. I'm using my Huffy Doodle mini die cut machine because I love it. It fits so nicely on my desk. It is just there and ready to go. It doesn't take up a lot of room, which is important because I take up a lot of room when I am doing stamping projects. Make a little bit of a mess. So I love having that right on my desk. I am stamping now the solid images from this Dinotime stamp set for the palm trees. I'm using some green and brown ink for that. And then I'm going to fold on the score lines of this pop-up slider. I've made lots of these cards, so if you're interested in how to make these or other ideas with this die set, you can check the Huffy Doodle channel. I have 2 others I can think of off the top of my head. So I love this die. I use it a lot. I just think it's kind of fun to have an interactive element, and I like giving Valentine cards that have a little treat with them. So this can hold a gift card, and I'm going to add that to this for a little Valentine treat. Now I'm tracing out the spot where the notch is, so I can use this pull tab add-on stamp set to stamp the word pull, and I have the pencil mark there so I can get it exactly where I want it, and then I can just erase that pencil line when I'm all done. Very good. All right, now we're stamping out this volcano. I love this stamp set to go with my dinosaurs, and I think it's called Geology Rocks, and it's got a bunch of other things in it, but I love this volcano to go with the dinosaurs. So now I'm coloring this out with E35 as my darkest, then I'm coming in with E34, and I will use another marker, a third marker for my lightest color, because this is kind of a larger image, and so it kind of calls for more than 2 markers. So I have my E33 as my final marker, and you can see I'm just kind of coloring in a circular motion. I like to color like that because it leaves less of a harsh line that I have to blend out, and it works well for me. Then I'm using the pinks for the lava, so it coordinates. I thought that was fun. And again, white gel pen highlights to finish it out. And then there is, of course, a coordinating die, so I used that to cut this out again with my mini die cut machine. And did you know it folds up? Yeah, it's very easily transportable because it folds up and the base comes off, so it can be really tiny. So when I go camping in my camper, I guess I need to call it RVing, I like to take this die cut machine with me. All right, I'm stamping out my sentiment, "You are pretty Rawrsome," at the bottom with my VersaFine Onyx Black ink, because there is some shimmery splatter on this background, and so I wanted to make sure that stood out over that background of the Stoney Maloney stencil. So now I am using my pull tab die to cut out the same exact section that is the middle of this card, and then using some border dies to cut 2 little hills. Now I just cut it one time, but I'll just flip that second piece because these dies actually stitch on both sides of the line. So I didn't have to die cut a second piece. And now I have these little hills that will help me create my scene for this card. So at first I am gluing this down only on one side. I wanted the back side to kind of stand up. I thought it would help make it more 3D, but you'll see I actually at the very end up tacking down the dinosaur and the tree. So you'll see how that works out. But I added those as the first layer of this scene, and I'm going to stick the head of the dinosaur right on that tree to help it stay in place and more secure. So now I'm adding that volcano, so cute, and the T-Rex. I'm adding right next to it. That'll be the second layer. But before I stick that down, I have some window sheet, and I just cut off a little strip. Then I'll use some glue dots to attach that. So the first end is going to go on the back of the volcano, and then I'll flip it over, and the pterodactyl is going to go at the other end. So I'll add a glue dot to the front side of this little strip first, and that's where I'll stick the pterodactyl. Then I can glue this down, being careful to only put glue below the area of that little window strip. And then the pterodactyl is going to be flying in the air once you pull this pull tab. He'll stick up off the card. All right, now I am stamping some hearts to go with this using some rouge ink that I think matches my dinosaur pretty good. And I'll die cut those out with the coordinating die. This is from the Dinotime stamp set, so it has a cute little heart in there. I love that. I'm going to glue those above the pterodactyl, kind of, you know, helping this look more like a Valentine's card, but I don't think it has to, you know, scream Valentines with cupids and hearts and arrows and flowers and stuff to be a Valentine card. Now, I have found when creating these cards, it is much easier to make all the things work if you pop this up with some foam tape versus just sticking it down to the card. Easier to grab and easier to move it. So with the pull tab pulled up, I'm going to take a stamp from the Geology Rocks that says "I lava you," and I'm going to stamp that just a little bit down so it hides when the pull tab is all the way down. Also, I'm going to put a little cute dinosaur on the inside, that one in the shell, so you can see something cute when you pull it open. I might add another dinosaur in there. It's kind of why I put it over to the side. Might need one more thing, so I might stamp in color and add another one. Then I put the leftover tree and dinosaur that was left over on the inside. For this gift card, I am again using some glue dots on the back, just 2, and then I'll pull the pull tab all the way out and stick this right below that sentiment. And that's going to slide right in, and because I have those foam tape side panels holding this up, it really easily holds the gift card. And there you can see the pterodactyl kind of flying in the air. So fun. Now here's where I decided I don't need this to be up in the air, that first layer. So I just put a mini foam square on the back of each of those and tucked it down. And now the card is complete. I like to play with it and make sure it moves really well before sending it, and then I have a big space to write a little love note on the inside, and this card is ready to go. Maybe a good one for my nephew. Although maybe I'll change the Starbucks card to maybe like Baskin Robbins or something for ice cream might be better for him. So there's my completed card, and I thank you so much for coming by the Hefty Doodle channel today. If you'd like more inspiration, you can find us on Facebook and Instagram and all the places. I will see you all again next time. Happy stamping. Bye.